It was my sophomore year at Rockwall Christian Academy, and I was already looking at winning a state championship. Transferring about 2 months before the tournament, I wasn't expecting to come as far as we had. It was the first time my school had been to state in any sport in 7 years, and we were on the verge of putting RCA on the map to be one of the top-ranked athletic schools in the state of Texas. But coming into the tournament with a losing record and coming fourth in our district, we weren't looked at as a serious threat for winning it all. But now coming into the state semifinal game, a day before the state championship, we were now considered as one of the top competitors in the tournament thus far. But that would mean we would have to defeat the top-ranked team in the state, China St. Paul, who was also predicted to win it all before the season even started, and the state semifinal game to have a chance to play for state the next day. Our ace pitcher having a hurt arm and expecting to throw in this championship game, I was forced to pitch. It was my first year ever being a pitcher, and it seemed like my coach was more confident than me starting on the mound in such a critical game in our season. It was as if he had already known we were going to win. In the end, we pulled it out going into extra innings, 8 innings, me throwing all 8, only throwing 84 pitches with 5 strikeouts, 1 walk, and 2 earned runs. We knocked off the number 1 ranked team in the state with a score of 3-2. Emotions were high coming into the next day, knowing that we were hot and on a roll coming into the state championship game in Taps 2A Texas State Baseball. The team we were playing was Bradsport Christian School out of Houston, Texas, who we had beat earlier in the year in a tournament we had played in. So we were all confident that we had this one wrapped up. Me pitching the previous day, I was playing my normal position out in center field as our ace pitcher was on the mound. The game was going great. Everything seemed to be going our way. It was the 4th inning, and we were up 6-0 with 3 innings left in the game when our pitcher's arm started hurting once again. Our coach was then forced to put in one of our pitchers who had struggled during the season, and after the 6th inning going into the 7th, they had cut the lead to 9-7. That's when my coach came up to me and asked me if I could go one more inning to win the state championship. From throwing 84 pitches the previous day when my arm was absolutely killing me. But I wanted this so bad I just couldn't say no. Warming up in the bullpen, I knew what I had to do. I had to do the exact same thing I had done the day before, which was pitch with perfection. Walking out to the mound, our side of the crowd erupted when they saw me walking out for the final inning of the game, which boosted my confidence that much more. But with the top 3 in the order coming up, I knew it wasn't going to be easy. I walked the first guy, and the second guy hit a double in the gap. With the 3-hole coming up to bat, I began to see our season slipping away. That is when he hit a chopper right back to me out of the corner of my eye, saw the runner at third, break for home, and I threw the ball to third as fast as I could to pick him off for the first out of the inning. That is when I knew the runner at second was going to try to steal third to make it easier to score on a base hit. With the league-leading 15 pickoffs between me and our shortstop, who was the ace pitcher, I knew I had him for the second out. Sure enough, I picked him off at second for the second out of the inning. Now only focusing on the batters from this point forward, I knew we had the state championship won. With the 4-hole now at bat, I had him in a 3-2 count, guessing the whole time, until I threw a curveball in the dirt that he fished for and popped up in the shallow center. Standing on the mound, watching the ball float down, I saw the center fielder, who took my spot, dive and catch the ball for the last and final out of the state championship. Rockwall Christian not going to state in 7 years in any sport, finally winning it. The year I transferred to the school was a huge trademark in the school's athletic history, and is still to this day one of the proudest moments of my life.